It's your boy Crypto Blood. Welcome to another episode of My Two Satoshi. I don't know what the hell we're listening to today, but shout out to my man George McKenzie for this Kiki boy. Behavioral modification. This is definitely going to modify my behavior. This is some crazy music we got going on today, but hey, I'm playing it. You asked for it, I play it. Thanks for the song request, George. What's good, people? Hope you guys are doing all right today. Welcome to another episode. What a way to mix it up for Thursday, a day before the holiday weekend here in the United States. But yeah, thanks for joining. Today, we're going to look at a list of officials, world leaders talking about cryptocurrencies. We got quotes from various world officials, and I thought it would be neat to take a look at some of these. And I'll leave a link for you guys to go through all of them. Prime Minister of Luxembourg. We got, our favorite Donald Trump. Many think that he's pro crypto, and no, he's not. Don't get it twisted, people. Even got the president of France in here. So yeah, we'll take a look at a couple of these quotes about crypto and Bitcoin. Thought this was a neat little list here. There's also a list on celebrities as well. Maybe I'll cover that tomorrow. This was funny too. So yeah, we'll take a look at the officials for today. Second article out of the Bitcoinist: 3 reasons why Bitcoin price has crashed. I love to hear what they have to say, like they actually know. These types of articles, most of the times, just are guessing just as much as anyone else. But we're going to take a look at it, see what 3 reasons they have for the latest Bitcoin crash that we're experiencing right now, if you want to call it a crash. 5% move down, 6% move down is not really a crash, to be honest with you, but it did catch us off guard, to say the least. And lastly, new Parity update fixes a vulnerability present in some Ethereum nodes. I'm going to go over the details of this vulnerability here by Parity. Parity also delayed doing an upgrade because of Ethereum. Try to find that article as well. But yeah, more issues with Ethereum. That's the thing with all of these blockchains, they're software, and at the end of the day, software has bugs. But let me bring your attention before we get started to Moon Lambo Labor Day sale, 20% off everything from August 29th to September 3rd. But I will say, I don't know if you can save 20% in addition to another 10% by using Crypto Blood's promo code, which is CryptoBlood10. I'm not sure. Try it out and see if it works for you, but they definitely have a 20% off everything sale for Labor Day starting today. But yeah, so we're going to take a look at the heat map really quickly before we get into the articles for today. It was crazy because I did my video just before the crash yesterday. It was literally like an hour or two before the crash came in Bitcoin. So some people were like, what are you talking about? Bitcoin's at 10,200. I'm like, man, that was a video from yesterday. Actually, I got a comment this morning about that. But currently, the markets are looking red, people. Looking very red. Bitcoin down 7% to 9,529 bucks. Ethereum down 9% today to 169 bucks. EOS down 7% to $3.24. Litecoin down 9.6% to $64.50. I told you the $50 handle is coming soon. It's not just because of the halving, it's because of the alt winter that we're experiencing. It's just pummeling everything. Everything is getting battered pretty badly here. I wonder what this hedge trade, has anyone heard of this hedge trade? I just saw this today. Hedgetrade.com. I'm gonna have to check them out, but evidently their token is doing very well, up 11% today, and it's been on an uptrend actually for quite some time here. So I'm wondering what this is all about. I'll need to do some more research on this, but give me a line in the comments below if you know about this hedge trade coin or token. It is an Ethereum ERC20 token, but that's all I know about it. So looking at the technical analysis for today on the Bitcoin chart, not looking good here. We broke below, and we actually bounced off of the bottom side of that channel, but then we actually broke below it. As you can see now, it looks like we're trying to head higher to enter again above that channel, but not a good look right now. We know that Bitcoin can have those Bart Simpson moves where we get a slam down and then we eventually recover and head higher. You know, I don't know where this market is going and who's controlling it at this moment. If it's plus token dumping, then yes, it could definitely reprice back higher if there were no general overall sentiment changes in Bitcoin and nothing more than a whole bunch of money being dumped off on the markets. Then yeah, we'll return to where we were. But again, it's just too many things to evaluate to know exactly which one is the actual cause of this. Of course, we're going to look at this article today that talks about 3 reasons why Bitcoin crashed. But you know, like I said, I take those types of lists with a grain of salt. I will say though, we weren't in a trade for the Bitcoin move, but we were short Ethereum. So we were happy to take that short. We shorted around 185 bucks and rolled it all the way down and just closed at 171. So maybe that's a turning point. We'll have to see, but you just never know with these markets and these how thinly traded they are. Any one person can really make a difference out of nowhere too, randomly, just simply make the markets move. So I'll keep an eye out on it, but at this point I think we're kind of building a base here. I don't see us making another leg down. If we do, we're in deep trouble because we have cleared this 2 to the left, 2 to the right, or V-shape pattern here. Only section we have left is around 9200, so maybe we'll keep that area. So let's take a look at this new Parity update that fixes vulnerabilities present in some Ethereum nodes. It looks like the blockchain software development firm Parity released an update for its Ethereum node software, which fixes a vulnerability present in some instances. In a blog post published on August 29th, Parity announced the release of an update for its Ethereum node software, fixing the remote procedure call or RPC vulnerability. Per the announcement, nodes running Parity's software with manually enabled public-facing RPCs could be remotely crashed with a specially constructed RPC call. The team suspects that nodes with manually enabled tracing may also be vulnerable to the exploit. And they also go on to say that most nodes were probably not affected by this. They expected most nodes running its software not to be affected. I wonder if Parity ever got those Ethereum tokens back that were stuck, or I don't know if it was Parity's actual coins or individuals who were using Parity wallet and software. I think lost a whole bunch of like $30-40 million worth of Ethereum with that one bug. Not too sure about that, if they kind of brushed that under the rug or not, but it looks like there weren't too many people affected by this one here, this vulnerability. But on another note, Parity delays Ethereum network Hardfork over implementation of EIPs. And they're going to be delaying it until September 6th. Etherworld founder provided notes from Ethereum core devs meeting 69 via GitHub on August 24th, a day after the dev meeting occurred. According to the Parity core developer, the organization needs 2 more weeks before devs can proceed in selecting a block number for the Istanbul fork. Parity said they need until September 6th for the implementation. And I don't know if you heard about this quote by Vitalik Buterin about Ethereum's blockchain filling up, but he did say this last week. Scalability is a big bottleneck because the Ethereum blockchain is almost full. If you're a bigger organization, the calculus is that if we join, it will not only be more full, but we will be competing with everyone for transaction space. It's already expensive, and it will be even 5 times more expensive because of us. There is pressure keeping people from joining. So as you can see, there are still some issues, and I've said that there would be with Ethereum. They need to upgrade fast, but at the same time, they need to make sure they do it correctly. So it's a gift and a curse, a two-edged sword, if you want to say, with Ethereum in their situation right now. That's why you need to stop messing with Ethereum, people, and move on to bigger and better blockchains like EOS, like Quantum, like Telos. I mean, there's so many. There are countless ones out there that you need to look at if you're a developer, or actually even if you're a speculator. Most of my subscribers are not devs. They're more speculators. So as a speculator, you should be getting ahead of the market pricing of a lot of these other tokens where the market is just completely ignoring them. Okay, get in front of that so you can possibly make some money from when the markets wake up to the fact that Ethereum is not the one. Just saying. 3 reasons why Bitcoin price has crashed today. So the rundown, they say CME's Bitcoin futures backed launch, China willing to appease trade conflict. I don't know, but it says Bitcoin has lost more than 7% during the last 24 hours, according to coin market data, taking analysts by surprise. Here are main reasons why the cryptocurrency is testing new support levels right now. First, CME Bitcoin futures. I don't agree with this one either because, again, there's no Bitcoin settlement with these futures. They're cash only. I'm not sure exactly why they think the spot market would be fully affected by this. Anyway, it says Bitcoin's latest crash, which started on Wednesday afternoon, sent prices below 9,500 for the first time since July. It says while it's difficult to determine an evident catalyst of this bearish trend, some suggest that we have a look at the CME and other platforms providing crypto derivatives trading. This Friday coincides with the expiration dates for Bitcoin's futures at the CME. So it hasn't even happened yet. Usually you have a quad witching, whatever you want to call it, expiration type situation. That is affecting the spot price on the date of the expiration, not a couple of days before. Thus, many investors sold their holdings to settle their futures that are expiring soon, triggering the downtrend. About half of the open interest on Bitcoin futures is about to expire tomorrow, but I don't think this is the case here. But David Bolter, CEO from Flipside Crypto, said that from their end, it looks like it was a sell-off to cash settled futures that are coming due on Friday for Bitcoin. Another excuse, backed, they say. On Wednesday, the ICE-backed Bitcoin futures provider Backed announced that it would launch its platform on September 23rd after several delays. Interestingly, the company will make its warehouse available to institutional clients starting on September 6th. While you would think this would be bullish for Bitcoin, there's a catch. Backed is aimed at institutional investors, and it's natural that they would try to enter the market at the lowest possible price. Thus, the chances are that the whales are trying to put pressure on the support levels in an effort to drive retail investors to sell and panic. The resulting downtrend would allow whales to buy back at a cheaper price ahead of Backed's launch. I don't buy that one either. I'm going to be honest with you guys. And then lastly, they're saying that China is willing to appease trade conflict. They say during the last few months, Bitcoin has benefited from the safe haven status amid the China-U.S. trade war. It jumped every time the tensions re-escalated. However, on Thursday, a Chinese official hinted that the country is looking to fix the situation with a calm attitude. This gave a boost to stock markets, but put additional pressure on Bitcoin. I don't buy that one either. I'm surprised they did not ever mention the Plus token Ponzi scheme unwinding. You guys let me know. Do you think Backed is the cause for this downturn? Is it the CME's Bitcoin futures expiring? Remember, they're cash settled, so I don't know how that would have any direct correlation with spot. Or lastly, do you think China is the reason for Bitcoin being smashed down? Let me know in the comments below. Maybe I'll do a poll today regarding that. And then lastly, this was an interesting one. World leaders talk. This is out of Cointelegraph. And was interesting to see this list put together from world leaders talking about Bitcoin. So I'll leave a link for you guys to check this out. President Abe, who is the Prime Minister of Japan, said that in addition to the financial effects, we see that blockchain has the potential to make various industries safer and more efficient. Certain local venture companies are utilizing the sandbox system and are striving to be the world's first business model to enhance the liquidity of digital assets. So, I mean, fairly pro blockchain, not specifically Bitcoin, but the tone is pro blockchain for sure. Japan's legal status is that it is legal. Exchanges are regulated. Businesses are required to register and be meticulous in their record keeping. Oh, Donald Trump. Trump says, I'm not a fan of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, which are not money, and whose value is highly volatile and based on thin air. Unregulated crypto assets can facilitate unlawful behavior, including drug trade and other illegal activity. Honestly, I wasn't even shocked that he said that about Bitcoin because, again, he's a cheap money type guy. He wants to be able to manipulate the money supply, have low interest rates, steal money from the poor or the middle class, transfer that to the wealthy. That's what he's about, to be honest with you. And so You know, that took away a check on my book for Donald Trump when that happened, though. I will say that. I didn't know if he would ever come out and say something, but he did, and that, I guess that part kind of shocked me. But the status is not illegal. Laws vary in different states. They say, you know, they're saying that it's not legal tender. Exchanges are money transmitters subject to each jurisdiction, considered as property and taxed accordingly. That's the IRS. The SEC looks at it as cryptocurrencies as a security, and the CFTC looks at Bitcoin as a commodity. Cryptocurrency derivatives can be traded publicly. So look at that. It's just all over the place. All over the place. And until we come on one accord with handling cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin in particular, we'll never flourish in America with the crypto boom like that, in my opinion. Let's see what Xi Jinping says. He says a new generation, this is out of China, guys, a new generation of technology represented by artificial intelligence, quantum information, mobile communications, Internet of Things, and blockchain is accelerating breakthrough applications. Again, he steered away from talking about directly Bitcoin. Their status over in China right now is that it's unregulated. It's not illegal, but it's not legal tender. ICOs are banned. That's been since September of 2017. The government is investigating ways to regulate cryptocurrencies. Let's look at my man Putin from Russia. He says that federal laws aimed at the development of the digital economy, including determining the procedure for conducting civil law transactions in electronic form, as well as regulating digital financial assets and attracting financial resources using digital technologies. Deadline is July 1st, 2019. July update. The decision has been postponed again, so not too much by Putin on the matter. Again, it's unregulated at the moment. It is not illegal and is not looked at as legal tender. Mining is an entrepreneurial activity and taxed accordingly. Tokens are deemed as property over there. So I'm going to read one more here and I'll let you guys read all of these. Let's see what the Prime Minister of St. Lucia is saying here. Cryptos have been around since 2008. We're in 2018 now. We're past the teething stage on this thing. It's time for action. Not sure what he means by that, but right now it is currently unregulated and it is not illegal. Involved in the pilot program testing the use of cryptocurrencies. I'm just seeing Benjamin Netanyahu, who's the Prime Minister of Israel. I guess I'll go ahead and read that one. Asked by a reporter, will the banks disappear in the future? His answer is yes. Will it happen because of Bitcoin? That is the question, but Bitcoin is certainly pushing in that direction. Wow, did not expect that. Did not expect that. So in Israel, it is considered legal, considered a financial asset, but not a currency and subject to taxation. So again, I'll leave this list for you guys to really go through and see what all the world leaders are talking about. Maybe tomorrow I'll do the celebs, but I thought that was an interesting little article or list to take a look at from Cointelegraph that they put together. Pretty neat there. But I would say that's pretty much it for today, ladies and gents. I'm over here in a trance from this song that George sent me to play. I don't even know how to say this guy's name. Kiki Boy, Behavior Modification, I guess. Thanks for the song request, George McKenzie. It's your boy Crypto Blood. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. Click that bell, all that good stuff. If you want to hear the latest in crypto news and interviews of people in the space. That's my two Satoshis for August 29th, 2019. I'm out of here though, people. Holla!